Hi boys and girls, welcome back to today's music lesson. Today we're going to focus on singing and chocolate rhythms. Before we start singing, we need to warm up our voice. Some of you might recognize my slinky from last year or the year before. I go first. Woo, 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 woo. It's your turn. Woo, 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 woo. Nice job. Here's another one. Your turn. Here's the next one. Your turn. Here's our last vocal warm-up. I go first. Here's your turn. Nice job. Let's go ahead and start singing. Okay, we're going to use two notes. So the first one is called so. So can you do this with your hands? My thumbs are pointing up. So think about a thumbs up sign, but you bring out your fingers. Can you sing so? Good work. The next note is called me. So I actually just turned my hands, my palms facing down. Can I say so? Your thumbs are up. And let me see me. Your palms are facing down. Did you notice that one was higher and the other one was lower? Yeah, and the position of my hand also changes. So that changes the way it feels in your voice. Okay, I go first. I'm going to come up with some patterns. Listen closely. So, so, so. Your turn. So, so, so. Great work. Please remember to use your soft singing voice, right? We don't need to be loud when we sing. Here's the next one. Me, me, me. Your turn. Me, me, me. Okay, that's what they feel like in our voice. One's higher and the other one's lower. Okay, let's see if I can come up with some other patterns. I'm going to try to mix it up a little bit. I go first. So, mi, so. Your turn. So, mi, so. My turn. Mi, mi, so, mi. Your turn. Mi, mi, so, mi. Mi, 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 so. Your turn. Mi, 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 so. Last one. So, 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 mi. So, 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 me. Nice work. I hope you could feel the difference between the higher sound, the so, and the lower sound, me. We're going to use that later in our activity. So don't forget what that feels like in your voice. Okay, now let's talk about our chocolate rhythms. So if you look at my music stand, all right, let's go ahead and look at my music stand. I have 4 different chocolate bars. So the first one is Twix. Can you think about how many sounds that word has? I'll let you think about it on your own. While you're thinking, I'll put it on my hand. So it should sound like this. Twix. 1 sound. The next one is Kit Kat. How many sounds does Kit Kat have? I want you to think about that for a second. Okay, let me put it on my hand. Kit Kat. That has 2 sounds. The next candy you'll see is M&M's. How How many sounds does that have? Think about it. Yeah, it has 3. So we say M&M's. And then the last chocolate bar is Butterfinger. How many sounds does that one have? Yeah, it has 4. So let's put it on our hand. Butterfinger. Okay, I'm going to come up with some patterns with my chocolate bars. I go first. And actually, you can put it on your palm. Twix, Kit Kat, M&M's, Butterfinger. Your turn. Twix, Kit Kat, M&M, Butterfinger. Hey, did you notice that these rhythm patterns, the amount of sounds each candy has is similar to what we've done before? We weren't calling them these candy bar names. We're actually calling them Spider, Cat, Frankenstein, or Jack-o'-lantern. Yeah, those are the same music notes, but we're applying them to chocolate bars. All right, let me come up with a new pattern with just these. Let's see what that sounds like. I go first. Kit Kat, Butterfinger, Twix, M&M's. Your turn. Kit Kat, Butterfinger, Twix, M&M's. Did you notice that Twix felt longer compared to the other chocolate bars? Yeah, that's because it's that ta sound. Let's try it again. Kit Kat, Butterfinger, Twix, M&M's. All right, boys and girls, we're going to add singing and chocolate rhythms at the same time. So if you look at my piece of paper, you'll see 2 lines. The one on top has an S. That's for sol. Remember we were singing that? And then the bottom line says mi. That's the lower note. Sol, mi. Okay, I'm going to make some chocolate bar patterns with the smaller chocolate bar printouts that I have on the music stand. So let's see. I can either put it on the top line, the sol line, or the bottom line, the mi line. So I'll start with Twix, and then I'll do Kit Kat. Let's try Twix again, and then Kit Kat. Before I sing this pattern, did you notice that when I put my Twix on the top line, I didn't put anything underneath it? It's blank. When I put my Kit Kat on the bottom line, there's nothing on top of it. Same for this chocolate bar, and same for that chocolate bar. That's important because when we make our own pattern, you want to make sure that nothing is stacked like this. Because we can't sing 2 notes at the same time. We can only sing them one at a time. All right, I go first. Twix, Kit Kat, Twix, Kit Kat. Your turn. Twix, Kit Kat, Twix, Kit Kat. So we had a high, low pattern. Let me try another one. But I'll do some different chocolate bars. Let's see. Now remember, when we're writing our own patterns, we don't want to stack anything. We want to make sure nothing's below it or above it. I go first. Kit Kat, Butterfinger, M&M's. Your turn. Kit Kat, Butterfinger, M&M's. I'm going to do one more of my own pattern. And let's see what I can come up with. I'll start with me, and then so, mi, so. I go first. Butterfinger M&Ms, Butterfinger M&Ms. Here's your turn. Butterfinger M&Ms, Butterfinger M&Ms. Great job, boys and girls. Now we're adding melody. So when we're singing, we call that melody, to our rhythms. And it makes it feel very different. It makes it feel more musical. I'm going to have a special guest come up, and he's going to come up with his own pattern. You've met him before, but he actually has a special guest with him. So come on up, Mr. Peña. And Coda, you're going to get to meet my cat today. They're going to help us come up with some patterns. All right, let's see Coda's pattern. Ready? And she's about ready to leave. Here it is. Kit kat, Twix, Twix. Hey, have you ever seen a cat create their own melody and rhythm before? Well, now you have. All right, let's see if she can help us with one more. Oh, never mind.
Okay, she's done.
She's done. Okay, Mr. Peña's going to come up with 2 more patterns. Okay, before we sing it, did Mr. Peña stack any candy bars? No, he didn't. So we're ready to sing it. Here's the first note. Butterfinger, Butterfinger, Twix, Twix. Here's your turn. Butterfinger, Butterfinger, Twix, Twix. Hey, that's a good pattern. This is his last combination.
Okay, one more.
All right, let's try it. Butterfinger, Twix, Butterfinger, Twix. Wow, even though he used the same chocolate bars, that sounded really different. That's really cool. Okay, here's your turn. Butterfinger, Twix, Butterfinger, Twix. Nice work. Let's go ahead and give Mr. Peña that round of applause. Good. Give yourself that round of applause too. You guys are doing awesome with singing and our chocolate bar patterns. Okay, boys and girls, we're going to go ahead and get our sheet of paper because we're going to draw some of these so that you can create your own pattern on your own. All right, boys and girls, now that you have your paper and pencil, we're going to draw our own staff on our paper. Before we do, we need to fold our paper in half. So make sure your paper is long ways like mine. We're going to grab the top and fold it to the bottom. Go ahead and make a crease. Open it up, and you should see that line right in the middle. You should see that line on your paper. It's okay if you don't see it on mine. We're actually going to make a squiggly line going across to separate our staffs. So it'll look like this, like a wave. All right, once you have that, now we have our paper separated into 2 parts. Let's go ahead and draw the top line. We call that so. Let's draw the bottom line. We call that me. Here's one music staff. It's a 2-lined music staff. We need to draw another one down here. We start with so. It doesn't have to be perfect. And then we have a me. It also doesn't have to be perfect. Do your best. Okay, so now we need to talk about how you're going to draw your chocolate bars on your staff. So let's start with Kit Kat. We're just going to draw 2 K's and put it in a square like that. So notice that I decided to put my Kit Kat on the soul line. You can decide to start it on the me line. That's okay. Actually, before I keep going, we're only using 8 candy bars. So we'll use 4 on top and 4 on the bottom, just like we did a little while ago. Also, if you decide to assign a candy bar to a certain line and you want to repeat that candy bar again later, please keep it on the same line. So since I already started with Kit Kat on Soul, if I decide to use Kit Kat again, I'm going to have to leave it on Soul. Okay, the next candy bar is Butterfinger. So I'm going to put it on me just for now. It'll be a letter B inside of a square. So if I decide to use Butterfinger again, where am I going to have to put it? On the me line. Okay. Let's try M&M. I'm just going to put it up here for now. It's 2 M's in a square. So if I decide to use M&M, you guessed it, I'm going to have to keep it on Soul. And then our last one is Twix. So it's just a T inside of a square. Notice that each candy bar is not stacked. There's not another candy bar under or over it. So it's really important that you keep that in mind. All right, on the back of your paper, after you've practiced writing these chocolate bar notes, you can redraw your staff and you'll have a blank staff. So let me just come up with a pattern, and actually for your assignment you're going to come up with your own pattern. So let's see. I think I want to do Twix here. I'll start here. And then I liked M&Ms. Let's see. I'll do M&Ms again. And notice, since I put my first M&M on the me line, I got to put the next one, if I choose another one, on the same line. And then let's go back to Twix. All right, do these follow all of our rules? I think so. I don't have any candy bars stacked on top of each other. And I'm also making sure that each candy bar matches. So Twix stays on the soul line and me stays on the me line. Remember, that's up to you to decide where you want to put it. You get to compose, you create your own pattern. Okay, on the bottom line, I want to use the chocolate bars that I'm missing. So I'm missing Butterfinger. I'll put one here. Okay, I like Butterfinger again, so I'm going to put one there. And then I have Twix, M&M, Butterfinger. I'm missing Kit Kat. So let's put it here. But you know what? I'm going to use a Twix. So what line did I put that on? T is on Soul. Okay, do these follow my rules? No candy bars are stacked on top or under each other, because we can only sing one note at a time. And yeah, okay, this matches my criteria. Okay, I go first. Twix, M&M, M&M, Twix, Butterfinger, Butterfinger, Kit Kat, Twix. Here's your turn. Twix, M&M, M&M, Twix, Butterfinger, Butterfinger, Kit Kat, Twix. All right, boys and girls, I hope you had a good time singing today and coming up with some new rhythm patterns with our chocolate bars. So for your homework, for your assignment, you're going to turn in your own creation. Make sure you have your 2 music staff lines, so one on the top, one on the bottom. You can use 8 different notes, right? 8 different candy bars. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Make sure they're not stacked on top of each other. And wherever you decide to put a certain chocolate bar, make sure that matches throughout your composition. If you're at home, I need you to take a picture of your creation and upload it to Schoology for your grade. If you're at school, the music teacher in the room will actually help you take a picture of your creation, and she will send it to me through email so that I can record your grade. All right, boys and girls, this assignment requires a lot of creativity and it's very free, but just make sure to follow those rules that we came up with. All right, I can't wait to see your creation.